Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Reality, and I'm on the psychic medium Liz Cross show. Liz, how are you feeling?
Oh, good. Thank you. What do you have for us?
This is Hadrian's the Sycamore Gap tree and these guys were just found guilty, but we're gonna have to wait till July to figure out what their sentence is. Decided to cross over a UNESCO World Heritage Site of Hadrian's Wall and chop down the tree just to say, said, "Oh, we didn't know it was a famous tree, but how can you live there and not know this is a famous tree?" They said it's
Yeah. Yeah, this tree, I know what you're talking about. It was used in so many pieces of art, so many movies, films. It's a very famous tree. Do you have a picture of it?
let's see if we can bring in the Sycamore Gap tree. Uh, Before it was fell, a stock footage
Yeah,
of the Sycamore Gap tree right across
there
from
you
Hadrian's
go.
Wall.
Wow.
What happens to a tree when it gets fell? Does it have like a soul journey and a soul conversation with other trees? What's that like?
What happened? I'm going to channel the tree. It was time to go. This tree was very old.
Probably.
The tree said it was time to go.
But is there a life review for a tree?
Is there a life? Everyone gets a life review. A
And so a
tree's life,
tree,
yeah, it's very short.
couple hundred years old, what's next in the life for this tree? Is it coming back as a tree somewhere? What's the evolutionary cycle of trees?
Oh, are you coming back as another tree? No, it's coming in as an animal the next
Oh,
time.
do you have to have a traumatic death to come in as an animal, or can you just say, okay, enough with the tree life, I'm ready to move on?
You have to have a traumatic death. No, no, you don't have to have a traumatic death. You just have to reach a level of ascension to pass over and go into animal lifetimes. I've got a question. I'm like, did you know these two guys that chopped you down? Oh yeah, see the tree. Have they chopped you down before? Many times.
What?
Many times.
What?
Yeah.
It goes to trees too?
Yeah. They've chopped this tree down many, many times.
So the tree had more incarnations as a tree, and these two yokels chopped the tree down multiple times. Why is their souls linked to this tree?
They have to end its life every single time. Isn't that
Do they
weird?
consciously know that, or are they just working at their life plan, which is now forgotten to them?
Are you consciously aware no, they're not consciously aware. They felt they were very compulsive in their behavior, is what I'm getting. Very compulsive. And they don't even know why they wanted to chop down the tree. They just wanted to do it.
Were they possessed by something, or like the tree's soul family to say, it's time for Sycamore Gap tree to go?
Um, is there any reason? Like why? I'm asking the one on the right. What's his name?
The one on the right is Adam Carruthers.
Why did you chop down the sycamore tree? Because who told you to do it? Daniel told Adam to do it. Why? He wanted to make a name for himself. What?
So they said that they didn't know it was a famous tree. They're full of malarkey on that, right? They're making that up. They knew it was a famous tree.
Did you know that yeah, he knew it was a famous tree, that Daniel. Did you know it was very famous? Yes, exceptionally so. Yes.
And so is there like a dark part of his soul which makes him prone to vandalism, or did that come from another previous incarnation?
Hmm. So why did you want to cut it down? I had to do it. Okay, but why? It told me to. What told you to? The tree. Okay.
So is this real or is this schizophrenia in action?
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Sorry,
Um,
didn't mean to interrupt.
no. No. We're drawing the same conclusions here. Are you schizophrenic? No. Is he schizophrenic? No. Were you on hallucinogenics? I think they were on hallucinogenics.
And so they
And
really maybe talking to the tree?
was the tree, were you on hallucinogenics at this location? No. So what, so you went on hallucinogenics, yes? And then what? You were talking to the tree, yes, but not in person. No. But the tree told Daniel to cut it down. He was having hallucinations. And so was Adam having hallucinations? No, it was just this Daniel. Okay, so why did Adam go on this mission with you? Because he'll do anything I tell him to do. Does he have, I'm asking the tree now, does this Adam have a extreme learning difficulty? There's something wrong with him. How
Do you think?
bizarre. Who's that?
I don't know. I was just another picture there. It might be like from the trial. I don't know if this is another guy at the trial.
Hmm.
Just picture of the tree. So he does have a learning disability. Were they drinking in any way and combining that with hallucinogens, or were they just, and what type of hallucinogens were they? Are they legal or illegal there?
Ooh. So were they drinking when they took down the tree? No. Were they, when you were on hallucinogenics, were they like legal? Yes. So was this kind of like the MDM? Is there something that a lot of people are taking in the UK right now? MDMA or something? Is
Okay.
that what you were on? Yes.
And what
And
was
you,
the discussion like with Daniel and Adam? How did he convince him to say, we have to do this? And did Adam know about the significance of the tree?
did you know about the significance of the tree? No, well, he didn't really know. Um, but this Daniel, how did the conversation go? Hey, mate, okay. And then what? I know something that we can do for fun. Um, did you tell him it was like a paid job or anything like that? No. He just said he needed help cutting down a tree.
How long had the tree been talking to Daniel, telling him, it's time to kill me?
How long had the tree been talking to you? Several, it wasn't just one time. It was several times that the tree had given him this message. But let's ask Source, did the tree actually give him the message? No. Okay. He's he's got self-induced psychosis here. Okay. I think he has experimented too much with lots of different things and his consciousness has split. So would you classify this as schizophrenia? It could be classified as schizophrenia, yes, but there was something hallucinate, there's some hallucination, multiple hallucinations here. Let's ask Source. Was he actually hallucinating? Yes, he was. And was he under the influence? Yes, he was. He was under the influence of substance. So after the substance wore off, or the substances, whatever, did he still continue to have hallucinations? No, but he's addicted to whatever the substance is. It's not supposed to cause a massive reaction, but he's taking too much of it.
And you mentioned this psychosis that happened. Does that happen physically in the soul, and will that carry with him into the afterlife, into his now soul and soul family?
Is that going to carry with him into the afterlife? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. So, and does he have psychosis in many of his lifetimes? No. This is really the first lifetime he's experienced the psychosis, but will he be able to get rid of it? He's going to have to go through like major detox, like massive detox, clean eating, drinking water, no substance abuse, no smoking, none of that. This guy has a lot of problems, this Daniel, a lot of problems.
Is there anything he can do to help his soul heal, or is that going to be something, a mark that's with him? And he's chopped this tree down before. Was it always the same type of situation, or was he in a position or a job where his job was to knock down trees and the Sycamore Gap tree just happened to be in his path? You said there have been multiple fellings of David Daniel Graham.
Yeah, so he was almost like a lumberjack in a previous life. He's killed loads of trees, obviously to use the wood for lots of different things, firewood, building houses, making furniture. This is something that happens or has happened regularly.
But there were not negative consequences in the other fellings, just in this one, correct?
Were there negative No, just in this one, because this was as a result of these hallucinations. Now, I'm going to ask the tree, is this like some sort of karmic debt? Yes. Okay. But even if people are using furniture, using the wood to build things, using it for firewood, whatever it is, do we still create a karmic debt with the trees, even though we may not suffer negative consequences? Yes, the karmic debt is still there.
So if I have wood furniture, I have karmic tree debt, and everyone out there listening does as well.
Is it if we have wood furniture, we have karmic tree? No, it's really about the act of felling the tree,
Oh, okay.
logging.
Right. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't logged. I haven't chopped trees down, but having furniture in my house is okay. I don't need to get rid of that.
Is having furniture in the house. Yeah, no, that's fine. And having your house made. But if you are the one that actually kills the tree, what about when we spray weed killer? Same thing. Oh, Lord.
Well, I gotta get that done this afternoon. Um, Sorry about the karmic debt on the weeds, folks, but it's getting bad out there. And how about mosquitoes then? I mean, they're out to kill us, give us West Nile virus. Can I kill mosquitoes, or is that too much to ask? I gotta avoid the karmic mosquito debt.
Oh, God. What about if we kill a mosquito? Do we create? Yeah, we do. We
Oh
do.
my gosh.
You know, if you think about the Buddhist philosophy, and I haven't studied Buddhism a great deal, but I'm sure there's people in listening that have. You don't hurt anything. What about if we pick vegetables? Do we create a karmic debt? Not so much, not so much because those souls that were in the vegetables, in the plant food, what about like fish and cows and chickens? And they know that they were going to be used for food.
Okay. But the mosquitoes, that's that we'll get to the ascension probe where we talk about karmic debt, how much each of these actions is accrued in each of the different soul iterations. So that's one that I have that we'll do when we have more time. What animal is the Sycamore Gap tree coming back as next time?
Ooh, what animal are you coming back as next time? Some type of lizard reptile?
Was that suggested to the tree, or did it say, I really want to be a reptile?
Oh, was that suggested? No, it's natural progression that we go from. So, have you already done your insect lifetimes? Hmm. Yes. So it's already done its insect lifetimes. Then it did the tree lifetime. Now it's got to naturally evolve into reptiles. Have you already done aquatic? Yes, already done aquatic. Have you done bird lifetimes? No, hasn't done a bird lifetime. Isn't that interesting? Because being a tree, you would have housed birds and insects and animals and um are you going to come back as something that is housed in the tree? Yes. Are you going to live? Yes, it plans to live in the tree. So now it's playing the other side of that previous life.
Does a tree have a soul family with other trees where they sit around and talk about being trees? Or don't they live that long in the afterlife and they come back down more rapidly?
Um, Sorry, repeat that for me.
I just wondered, is there a soul family for the tree? Does it have
Is
other trees that after it is felled, sits around and commiserates with about, I used to be tall?
Do you have a soul family? I mean, it does have a soul family. Mm-hmm.
And then the other side of that question was, what do they talk about?
What do you talk about when you get up there? They just really talk about their role as being a tree. I mean, what is that like then? It really is about how much they give to the whole environment, fresh air, beauty, housing. It just gives so much to the environment. See, even now it's telling me trees are underrated. We do everything for you all. Um, but it must move on. It must move on. Even though it really enjoyed the lifetime, it has to move forward.
It provided a lot of joy, a lot of photographs for people, a lot of backdrops. Does it have any feeling about that or about what it was able to take part of and with so many people?
Do you have any feeling about that? Yes, it really feels as if it made such a positive contribution to the earth plane. Yes.
Does the tree feel that it needs to owe a debt to the fellow who chopped it down eventually? Daniel Graham in the future? Is that, 500 years out?
No, because this insect is going to bite him in the next lifetime. Not insect, reptile is going to bite him in the next lifetime. And it's going to make the area that it bites infected, and it's going to be very painful.
Well, I guess that's karmic comeuppance there. From the tree to Daniel Graham and out of the lips of Liz Cross. Liz, thank you so much for bringing these morons forward and for giving us a chance to learn about the back end of what happens in a soul family tree experience.
Yeah, this was interesting because I think that nobody really could understand why they did it. I don't even think they knew. They just basically said, I don't know. But the reality is, this guy was having hallucinations.
What do you
Weird.
think the stigma is going to be towards Daniel moving ahead for his lifetime? He's in his late 30s, so a lot of people are probably going to hate him for a long time, aren't they?
Hmm. He already has a miserable life, and he will continue to have a miserable life. He suffers with depression. He has thoughts of exiting the earth plane. He he's got major, major problems.
All right. Thanks so much, everybody. And thanks, Liz. Always a pleasure.
Thank you.